Hi, and welcome to Out and About. We come to you all the time and try to give you a lot of great venues and things to do, exciting things for you and your family to do in and around the Mahoning Valley. We've got a nice little holiday show coming up at the Youngstown Playhouse. I'm here with Jim McClellan. And Jim, let's talk a little bit about one of the most beautiful venues in the area. And actually, this particular venue has a distinction of being one of the oldest playhouses left in America.
It's true. It's I think one of two of the oldest ongoing community theaters in America, which is amazing. We announced this current season as our 94th, and we've got an archivist working with us to get us ready for our 100th, which is obviously within sight, you know. Found out that we're actually 95. That there was a season left out of the count somewhere along the line. So we're actually 95. This location, though, we're at 600 Playhouse Lane off of Glenwood. This location is going to be 60 next year. So we moved into this building 60 years ago next year.
Wow. So do you have any idea where it started out at?
Yeah, it started out, I think, in the YSU campus area. I think the street was called Arlington. And then they moved to Market Street, almost directly behind us where Market Street is now, you know. We were there until the late 1950s, and the Playhouse was able to build this building and own it. And so this building was built specifically to be a theater, and it's still pretty state-of-the-art. It's one of the unique venues in town in that way, in that it was built from the ground up to be a theater, not a converted church or another space in town, you know. So we're proud to be here. It's a lot of upkeep, and maybe we could talk about that, but we're still here.
Well, let's talk about it right now. You have different capital programs that go on, because it's just like any commercial business. It has a roof, and it has heating systems, and it has things that go wrong, and you've got to maintain that. And it's not a very inexpensive thing to do to take care of a building of this size. So you have to have an ongoing capital program, and I'm sure you have one.
Yeah, at the beginning of this year, at the beginning of 2018, we initiated a capital campaign and sent out grant requests all over the place. And the Youngstown Foundation was the first to respond, and they sent us $50,000. We asked for 25, and they sent us 50, which we received as a vote of confidence, you know, that they wanted us to still be a Youngstown institution, that they wanted to inspire other foundations and trusts to give. And sure enough, you know, a dozen others did. And so we raised enough money to start working on the exterior. That's phase one of our plan. And that involved new lighting for the parking lot, which was really needed. You know, our patrons need to be able to see at night. And we also have lighting now for the facade that really lights us up at night colorfully. We worked on landscaping around the property. The roof is being repaired. The work has already begun. And so then we'll go into phase two and start to make some improvements indoors. So the auditorium needs some work, and the lobby needs some work. So we're really excited that there's still support for us out there.
And this is one institution, too, when we talk about the history of Youngstown, that we don't want to see this go away. It serves so many years, 95 years around here, and man, it would be really interesting to know how many individual plays have come and gone throughout the history of the Youngstown Playhouse.
I know, and that's being worked on. Like I said, we've got an archivist. His name is Jack Ballantyne. He's also working on a documentary about the Playhouse that we're hoping will be finished by the time we're 100. It's really involved, what he's doing. And so he's keeping record. He's finding out everything that we did. Fortunately, we saved a lot of things. We've got newspaper articles from 1924, which is just amazing, you know. So that's when we first started, was 24, and then we incorporated in 1927 and became the Youngstown Players. And once they had their own venue, they changed their name to the Youngstown Playhouse.
And Jack's going to do a great job for you. He's been in love with the theater for all his life, so I'm sure he's going to do a wonderful job. Hollywood Jackie Ballantyne. So that's what I call him. They used to do a radio show, and he would call in every now and then and talk about the things coming up at the Playhouse and different other little theaters around here. And he loves the theater. He loves doing this kind of thing. He's going to do a great job for you with that.
You know, he's working dedicatedly, believe me. And he, you know, even we have a small room that all the records were sort of shoved into. You know, he's cleaned it up. He's organized it. he's well on his way, and we'll have, you know, a very good sense of our history by the time we turn 100. And that will be, I think, an amazing thing for this community when we turn 100.
That's a museum, a mini museum within this place waiting to happen.
That's true. That's absolutely true. And Jack's the man for it. You're right. He's dedicated to theater, and this is a passion of his, you know. So he's got some help too, which is great. So
for our show, for Out and About, we want to talk about a nice little show you've got coming up for the holiday season for families to come in and enjoy. So I'll just let you talk about the Tuna Christmas?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's called A Tuna Christmas. The story of that is that last June, we did a play called Greater Tuna. This play was written for two men to perform over a dozen characters who live in a small Texas town called Tuna. And instead of two men, the director of the show last year cast four women. And those four women played all the characters in the show, and it was hilarious. It's a satire somewhat, but a very, very funny show. There was a sequel written called A Tuna Christmas, and when we realized that we had an enormous show planned for this holiday season, we thought maybe as we got closer to the date of Christmas, maybe a small show would be something to offer that was specifically holiday themed. So those women are reuniting with one extra actress added, and they are doing the sequel. And again, they're playing multiple characters, each one of them. Fast costume changes, voice changes, character changes, and it's really very, very funny. And I'm glad we're doing a comedy too, because I think our area needs it. Yeah. Really, you know, the laughs.
And it went through pretty good reviews when it first went off the first time.
I mean, that's what inspired us to bring, you know, the second title forward. Was the audience response was just great for it, and people just howled with laughter. And it's in this room. I think you pointed that out. A little 75-seat venue called our Moyer Room. And we named it after Griffith Adler, two names that mean a lot to the Playhouse history, acting names. And we wanted this room to be a showcase for small plays that really put the actors forward. And this show does. I mean, they've got their work cut out for them, playing so many different people, you know, within a 90-minute period. And that's the other nice thing. It's a 90-minute, no intermission. You're in, you're out, you laugh a lot. It's I think a perfect little holiday offering.
And it's not really set driven, it's more actor driven.
Exactly. It'll be very simple. It almost always is back here. Every once in a while someone gets elaborate with the set, but it's usually just, this is what's called a black box space in theater, you know, and that literally means you've got black walls around you and the actors are put forward, they're lit properly, and the focus is on them. So we have these actresses coming forward to do this play in a few weeks.
All righty. Can you give the dates and the times and how people can get tickets?
Yeah, it's December 14th and 15th and 21st and 22nd. Those are Fridays and Saturdays, and those shows start at 7:30. And then we've got the 16th and the 23rd. They're matinees at 2:30. So there's 6 performances to choose from. You can call our box office to get tickets. That's 330-788-8739. Or you can go online, theyoungstownplayhouse.com.
Someone out there has a son or a daughter that they'd like to get involved in theater. Is the Youngstown Playhouse somewhere they could come to get guidance and learn how to get them involved? Are there classes, or how can they help our audience?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a youth theater program. We do 2 fully staged shows. That's on our main stage every year. And we actually began classes here earlier this year, and we plan to pick them up again early next year. We don't have dates set, though, but our Facebook page and our website will announce them. And we'll also put press releases out and stuff. But yes, we love to have kids come, because that is, of course, that's our future. Yeah. You know, they get excited about it. They get the bug, you know, to do theater. And I mean, we've had people that have gone on straight up to, you know, directing shows here, and those that remain in the area remain faithful to the Playhouse because they had a good experience when they were young, you know. And we have kids coming in from schools, bust in from schools to see these youth theater shows. So it's not just about kids participating, but kids coming to see it and getting the bug that way.
Oh, and getting this just a little bit of taste of theater and what it's all about, and why it's so important that you can't forget the arts, and they have to be perpetuated, and the Youngstown Playhouse also has to be perpetuated. If someone out in the audience wanted to make a donation to the Playhouse, how would they do that?
That too can be done on our website. We are affiliated with a ticketing system called Vendini, and Vendini also has options there for you to donate money. So you can order tickets or you can make a contribution to us. And of course, we're a nonprofit organization, so it's good for the taxes. And absolutely, we welcome annually contributions from the area, and people are very generous to us, which is so nice.
Okay, before we let you go, what's coming up in 2019? Because we're here already. We're 4 weeks away from that. So I'm sure, do you have an idea of some of the things coming up?
Oh, yeah, because our season runs from September to June. So we know what we're doing next year. February, another comedy in this room, the Moyer Room, called Women in Jeopardy, kind of a road adventure for women that one of them's being stalked by an ex-boyfriend, and it's a comedy. March, we have The Elephant Man, a very serious and beautiful play up on our main stage. And then in April, Robin Hood for kids. That's our youth theater program. So we expect to have some kids coming to see it. It'll be cast with kids and should be a lot of fun.
All right.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for something to do, there's a great little venue here within the Youngstown Playhouse. You're going to see a great play, A Tuna Christmas. Go to their website. It's right here. You could get your tickets and show up. It's a great time. Only 75 seats in here. It's a really nice, small little venue, but you're going to be right on top of the action and see the actors in all their splendor and all the costume changes. The first one that they did came out to some great reviews, so I'm sure this one is going to be as special and as funny and as great as the first one. That's going to do it for this edition. Thank you, Jim McClellan.
Thank you so much.
All right. Don't forget to support the local arts here in the Youngstown area. You have a happy holiday season. Merry Christmas to all, and we will see you again real soon with another episode of Out and About. Take care.